According to the National Institute of Mental Health, about 20% of the U.S. population lives with some form of mental illness.
But a 2023 survey from American Psychological Association found that 43% of employees reported worrying if they told their employer about it, that they might have a negative impact on their work or the way they're perceived in the workplace. So what are the signs that a colleague may be struggling, and what can we do to provide mental health support in the workplace? We've got an expert here to answer it. Relationship expert, licensed marriage and family therapist, Dr. Shonda Kraft is joining us. And this is such an important subject because we could be the ones here to kind of raise the flag for people. So Dr. Shonda, what might we notice in a workplace about someone or look for?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you're right. This is such an important topic. And, sometimes it'll be things that we would maybe normalize, like attendance, for example. Somebody who's regularly coming late to work, or maybe they're taking more sick days than usual. They're missing multiple days of work, but also things about people's performance on the job. They might be missing deadlines, or they may be expressing difficulty focusing on topics, or, maybe you've just noticed that the way that they typically work is just a little bit off. They're making more mistakes, or they're just not even motivated anymore to work.
And so those are signs that we're looking if we're maybe concerned about a coworker, but are those the same signs that we're looking in ourselves as well, wondering if we're maybe a little bit off?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we will generally display the exact same symptoms. What's really important is that when we notice something in ourselves that maybe we are feeling a little bit more depressed or anxious, or we're worried about things, when we go to work, that's not always able to be shut off, right? So we're carrying our worries, our depression, our sadness, our anxiety with us into work. Some people are able to compartmentalize that, but not everybody and not every day.
And we know that we've had this conversation more recently of mental health in the workplace. How can we support mental health in the workplace?
Yeah, well, I think first and foremost, even just acknowledging it, that statistic that you read from the APA, people are really very worried about how they might be perceived. And there is still a lot of stigma around just mental health in general. So, just being open with people, paying attention, even just having a relationship with them, so that if you notice that something might be off, they might feel more comfortable coming to you, is a really great first step. But also looking at what is your workplace culture. We know that many people might feel like their workload is too heavy. They don't feel valued at work. Maybe you're not doing enough in your workplace to help people feel like that they are valued, or that they can come to you and to be honest. And so, again, that's another great first step, to even just do a little bit of self-examination about the workplace itself.
I love what you're saying right there, because something I've noticed that we've done in our workplace is people are openly talking about, I go to therapy and things like that. And I feel like it kind of just opens up a conversation. Well, how did you find your therapist, or should I go?
It's almost like it's okay not to be okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and absolutely, it's great to say that, and having that commitment to mental health is also about giving those resources to your employees, or encouraging your colleagues to do things like seek out their employee assistance program or go to counseling. But also for employers, thinking about, do you encourage people to use personal leave? Do they have sick days, vacation days, mental health days? And do you give people a hard time with accessing them? Because, it's great to have a therapist, but if you can't make the appointments, or if you feel like that going to an appointment means you're going to miss something else at work, that's going to, it's going to create a little bit of a contradiction there.
Yeah, it takes a village.
Yeah, it really does. Just opening up the conversation.
Yes, definitely.
All right, Dr. Shonda, thank you so much for joining us this morning. Great insight on a very important topic. Thank you.